Sword swallowing, fire eating, the human blockhead. These things are considered sideshow stunts, sideshow acts. It seems silly to have to say this, but these things are dangerous. You take a metal sword and you puncture it down through into your stomach. You're going right by your heart, you're going right by your lungs. You could hurt yourself, you could kill yourself. People have died doing this. There are records going back thousands of years. In the last 125 years alone, we have seen record of over 29 people dying due to sword swallowing. These are professionals, people who are known to swallow swords, not amateurs practicing who weren't in the public spotlight, who when they died, their newspaper articles weren't saying that these people were trying to swallow swords. So we don't know how many amateurs have died trying to do this, but we do know how many professionals have. If you're going to do these things, you need to find somebody to teach you. These things are dangerous. It seems stupid to have to say that, but it's true. I know there are a lot of things on TV, documentaries, TV shows. A very popular TV show just came out a few months ago showing somebody how to swallow a sword using a metal coat hanger. It bent out into the silhouette of a sword. There's a lot of stupid people out there trying to sticking things down their throat without proper training, without proper knowledge. When it comes to the coat hanger, there are a lot of them, they have this metal coating on them that can really hurt you. You don't know, when you bend it out, it flakes off, and that can cut up your lungs. You could inhale it and get it in your lungs. You could create a chemical reaction between your stomach acids and the metal of the sword or the coat hanger that you're swallowing. You need a lot of knowledge in doing this. It's not just, oh, I could die and I don't care if I die. It's not like that. If you hurt yourself, it makes it a lot harder for everybody else in this field who are doing it for a living to get work. It makes it harder for everyone to do what we do. The point of swallowing swords is not to go out and show everybody, oh, look what I can do. This is amazing. If you're doing this just to show off to your friends, realize it takes a long time just to be able to do this. And your friend, it's only interesting to a person once. I mean, your friends are going to be like, yeah, that's cool, the first time you do it. And then you try to show it to them again, and they're going to be like, okay, we've seen that before. So don't do this because you want to show off to your friends. If you want to do this for a living, you're going to make money doing it. But it takes a lot. It's not just, I know you will see it on TV and you say, oh, well, I want to be a sword swallower, I want to be a fire eater. It's not just about being a sword swallower or a fire eater. Just because you can do these things does not mean somebody's going to hire you to do it. Does not mean you're going to be on TV. You have to understand marketing. You have to understand sales. You have to understand business. You have to understand the entire line of show business. How to build a website. How to take photographs or have money to pay for a photographer or a videographer to make your promotional material. It's not just simple enough as I can swallow a sword now or I can swallow a coat hanger. There's no such thing as a professional coat hanger swallower. Sword swallowing is the name of the game. Sword swallowers do a lot of different things now. It's not just, swallow a sword. You have to have a whole act. You have to build an act, write a show, know how to get yourself hired, marketing and sales. Everybody can know who you are. You can have all these videos on YouTube and nobody will hire you. Just because they know who you are does not mean they think what you do is entertaining. Just swallowing a sword is not entertaining. I just want you to think about these things. Think about, yeah, it's cool, but try to do something different. Perhaps pick up juggling, or devil sticks, or balancing things on your face. Anything you want. The point being, though, is these things are dangerous. You should have a background in theater. You should know how to present anything and make it entertaining. Because these things are inherently by themselves are not entertaining. You have to make them entertaining. I just want you to keep that in mind. If you want to learn to swallow swords or eat fire or hammer nails in the nose, hammering nails in the nose seems pretty straightforward. It's not that hard. You might sneeze. But if you cut yourself on the inside of your nostrils and you get an infection, it can travel to your brain. You could die from just that. It seems pretty simple. It's not that difficult. There's not all these organs. I can puncture myself. But it's not so simple. Different kinds of metal being inside of your body is bad. Simple as that. Those things alone can make you sick without having to hurt yourself. Repeatedly putting metal into your body of a low grade can make you sick, can make you ill, can cause staph infections, can cause all kinds of things. There was this one person who swallowed a sword, scratched themselves, got a staph infection, it traveled up to his brain, became paralyzed from the chest down, and blind in both eyes. And he didn't die. He just lost everything that he ever cared about. Aside from music, I guess. So I just want you to think about that, and have a good day.